Have you ever done something that screwed up a project so badly that you knew you were going to have to rebuild it from scratch? Well, I got real close with this project. I've been working with Unreal Engine 5 for the past couple of years, trying to improve my knowledge of the engine and game design and prototyping in general. Mostly, it's just been taking classes on Skillshare, Game Dev TV, and Mammoth Interactive to learn. For me, this is just a starting point so that I can slowly get better. My goal is to, over the year, do a few more of these and make them better and better every time. But in this one, like I said before, I almost screwed it up really badly, and I made three major mistakes when I was making this landscape. My first mistake was with my environment painting. I forgot to add a visibility mask node when changing my materials blend mode to masked for my landscape material. Missing that node made everything go white and kind of blinding. I fixed it by adding in that node real quick, and it worked for the most part. My second major mistake was changing up the mapping scale on certain textures. This problem puzzled me for a while, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I started searching the internet for a while to try and solve this problem. Took me a bit to find the answer, but I did eventually find it. My texture limit for painting the ground material was the culprit, so I changed the sampler source on the material's texture sample nodes to shared wrap to fix this one. My third major mistake was the thing that nearly killed this project. I thought I didn't need Movie Render Queue to render out this project. I tried to render out this sequence for a while, and I couldn't get it to fully render. I couldn't get it to render at all. I couldn't figure out the settings or anything. So I saw that Movie Render Queue was a plugin, and I thought that if I disable that plugin, I can use the old rendering system and it would all be fine. Stuff that I kind of learned on. And like an idiot, I didn't look around the engine to see if the old system was still there or not, or go look up how to do it, like how to use Movie Render Queue. I just said screw it and disabled the plugin. Big mistake. Because after restarting my Unreal editor, I couldn't open it up again at all. Not one bit. It wouldn't even start loading before it errored and crashed. I did a bunch of research on how to fix the problem, tried everything I could, moving everything to a new project, running debuggers, and opening the project in a text document, check plugins, all of that. Nothing was working. I even copied the plugin list from another basically identical project, but that still had Movie Render Queue in there, into this project, and that didn't help. So I let the project sit for a few weeks while I made other videos and worked on other projects. Did some miniature painting, I did some other stuff. Then one day, about 2 weeks later, I set aside a 4-hour block of time to figure out how to fix the project. It took me 15 minutes to figure out how to fix it, and it was the dumbest, simplest solution ever. I opened the project in Visual Studio, like people say to do. Open it in Visual Studio or open it in a text document and change the plugin to true or false or whatever. And I had already added the correct plugins for Movie Render Queue and whatever else was missing from a base virtual production project. And then I started to scroll through the project looking for any inconsistencies that weren't showing up in Visual Studio or that it wasn't telling me about. And I found the one tiny fucking thing that was wrong: a comma. There wasn't a comma between Movie Render Queue and the plugin above it. And that's what was stopping my project from opening. That one single simple character was derailing my whole project. This video would have been out earlier. I would have made this video earlier and posted it and been working on a new one because I have a few more ideas of landscapes and cityscapes and stuff I want to make. But I had to get through this one first and figure out that problem. But there was that one comma that was missing, so the project wouldn't open, so I couldn't finish it and render it. But I got it all figured out, and this is the reason why I think coding is the most frustrating thing in the fucking world. But this is the final render that I'm doing for now with this one. That's all I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy this little render, and I hope you have a royal day. And the next UE5 project I'm going to be working on is going to be a post-apocalyptic scene. And then with that, I hope you guys have a royal day.